Hello viewers, in this video I will discuss about the term electric field. Okay, so in this electric field now, for the explanation, now I am going to take a charge q placed at this point. Let us name this point as O. Okay, now I am going to take another charge small q located at a point. Let us take the mark the point as P. So they are separated by a distance r. Okay, so we have placed two charges. Okay, so you know that from Coulomb's law. So according to Coulomb's law, we know that some force is exerted from this charge. This charge experiences force due to this capital Q charge. Okay, so you know that some force is exerted. Okay, so this charge experiences, see, this charge experiences a force of repulsion if it is positive, if both are positive, and a force of attraction if this were charge is negative. Okay, so ultimately it experiences a force. Okay, now when I remove this charge Q, what happens? Whether you could say that there is nothing? No, there is something. We see that there is something exerted. Okay, so now I place again this charge q. So what happens? This charge q now experiences a force. Okay, due to something is released from this. Okay, that we call it as scientifically, that we call it as field or electric field. Okay, so something is coming from this. Okay, to prove that something is coming from this, I am keeping a test charge here. It experiences a force, so I am saying that something is coming. So due to this, we see that this charge experiences a force, that we call it as electric field. Okay, for better understanding, let us show a small demo. So here in my hand, I'm having a computer sambrani. See here. Now I'm going to burn this. See, I'm burning this computer sambrani. Yeah, see, smoke comes from this. So imagine this as your charge q. Okay, so see that this charge q, see the smoke goes in different directions. Okay, see that let us imagine this as your charge q. See, something is going from it. Okay, so when I keep near my nose, we see I could experiences the smell and also the smoke. Okay, so if I'm not here, so nothing is kept nearby it. So do we say that nothing is coming from it? No, something is coming from it. Okay, so what is coming from it? So I am experiencing the smell and the smoke. Okay, so I am a test charge. Okay, so I am experiencing the smell and the smoke. Okay, so I see that something is coming from it, that we call it as electric field. Similarly, okay, similarly, see that, so from this charge something is coming from it. Due to this something, there is a force acting on this charge, so that something we call it as electric field. We call it as electric field. Okay, so fine. So now what is the expression given for this electric field? So let us forward it. So the expression given for electric field we have E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. So here we are considering only this charge q. Okay, so fine. Okay, now you know that according to this Coulomb's law, we know that force acting between the two charges could be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. Okay, you know this is the formula given by Coulomb's law. Okay, so let us compare both these equations. When you compare both the equations, I can say that F is equal to Q into E. F is equal to Q into E. Let's compare both these equations. We have F is equal to Q into E. With respect to direction also, we see that this F is also acting this towards R, and this E is also acting towards this R. Okay, okay, fine. I can also, from this I can write the value of E as F by Q. Alright, F by Q. Or we can say this force as the multiple of this charge. it is the quantity of electric field with respect to multiple of this charge. Okay, so we can say that E is equal to force acting per unit charge. Okay, if the value of Q is 1, when we have a unit charge, now here you can see that the value of E will be equal to the F. Okay, fine. So now finals the statement. So what is the statement with respect to your electric field intensity? We call it as electric field intensity. Here I am writing it as electric field or electric field intensity of a point charge Q. Could be whatever may be notation. Electric field of a point charge Q is the force experienced by a unit charge placed at that point. So this is the definition. This is the statement with respect to electric field. This is the electric field. Electric field is also a force. Okay, is of a point charge Q is a force experienced by a unit charge placed at that point. Okay, this is about electric field. So in case of electric field, we see that the electric field due to this charge will be spread about, or the total three-dimensional space is spread about in all the total surrounding. We can feel the electric field due to this charge. Electric field will comes from towards all the surroundings. Okay, so the three-dimensional space of this particular charge will give you the electric field. Okay, with respect to your positive charge, we have Q as positive. So what could be the direction of electric field is? It is radially outward direction. It spreads radially outward direction. Normally during the Diwali times, you can see that during the night time when we can see many crackers which goes to the sky and it burst. Okay, many crackers. So some crackers we see that it goes high up to some height and it bursts. It will a small object will be burst and it will get split up into many parts. We could see that parts get split in radially outward direction. So like that, similarly we see that the electric field is spread out from this charge in your radially outward direction when you have the charge as positive. When you have negative charge, we see that the charges are radially inwards. We see that they are radially inwards. This is about the direction. Okay, now one more point I am going to add. So wow, we have talked about the electric field. Now what is the unit of electric field? The SI unit of electric field is Newton per Coulomb. So from this formula we can say that the unit of electric field is Newton per Coulomb. Okay, fine. Now some more points about electric field. You have this formula. So here I have talked about only the magnitude. With respect to direction, we have to consider the unit vector. This unit vector will give you the direction of the electric field. Okay, so electric field is independent. Electric field is independent of the test charge Q. So whatever may be the test charge, okay, it is independent. It does not depend on the value of this charge which is kept at this point. Okay, whatever may be the charge kept at this point, it is independent of the test charge Q. Okay, and one more point about this electric field. Electric field depends on the value of R. It depends on the value of this R. See that? But here it is inversely proportional. E is inversely proportional to R square. Okay, so it means that as the distance increases, as we go some distance, we see that the value of electric field reduces. Okay, so value of the electric field reduces when you move away from it. Okay, this is the point mentioned here about the electric field. Okay, so fine. So here we have talked about only this particular charge. Okay, you also know from Coulomb's law, when we have two charges, force acts between due to this two charges. But here you never talked about the force due to this charge, because in this case this charge q is made negligibly small. It is made negligible small. If the value of this charge is negligible, it means that the force due to this charge also will be negligible, very small. So there is no need to consider the force due to this particular charge. And one more point is that this charge is made stationary. It should not move. It should not be disturbed by any unspecified forces. Okay. So based on that, this position has to be kept. Okay. Okay. So depending upon this charge, we see that it should not be disturbed, because if some kind of force acts to this charge, means this position is being disturbed. So it is not it will not help us when finding the value of electric field correctly. Okay, so this particular charge should be stationary. Depending upon the location of this particular charge, here, depending on the value of r, you can find the value of the electric field intensity. Okay, depending upon the value of r and the location of this charge. Okay, because you know that it is radially spread, so you could easily find the value of the electric field due to the experience by the charge. But most important thing is this should be stationary. We can say the test charge could be moved anyway. Okay, so these are the points to be kept in mind with respect to electric field. And see that it is independent of the value of the charge. It depends only on the value of r. And he said that the movement of the electric field will be this. Okay, with respect to positive and negative charges. Fine. Next. So we have seen about electric field. Now next point is, what is the electric field? What is electric field due to a system of charges? What is the value of electric field due to a system of charges? Okay, so for your explanation now, I have, see, in my hand I have many intense sticks, agarbatti sticks. Okay, we say that many agarbatti sticks I have in my hands. So when I burn all the sticks, what happens? So all smoke. So I am a test charge. We see that I am a particular point. Okay, so when I burn all these things, means what could be the resultant of what is the resultant smoke that I've experienced is nothing but the addition of all the smoke which comes from each individual sticks. Okay, so when I burn all the sticks, we see that the total smoke will be nothing but the addition of the smoke coming from each individual sticks. Okay, so keep this concept in mind. Okay, fine. So keep this example in your mind. Now see that I'm going to have, so like what I've said here I am having number of charges q1, q2, I have q3, I have q4. Okay, so we have many charges. So what could be the value of the electric field at this particular point O due to these charges? Okay, so now we see that the value, the distance of separation from this point O to the individual charges, let us name it as R1, and let us name it as R2, and let us name it as R3, and let us name it as R4. Okay, so what could be the net electric field at this point due to all these charges? Okay, so you know that generally electric field is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square r unit vector. This represents the direction. Okay. So one more point I'm going to say here, is electric field. The most important point is electric field. Here it is a vector quantity. How? Because you know that force is a vector quantity, which in turn electric field is also a vector quantity, because it depends on the value of force. Okay, is also a vector quantity. So now what is the net electric field here? So net electric field is nothing but the vector sum of all electric field, or vector sum of the electric field due to all the charges. Due to all the charges. Okay, so what is net electric field now? It is nothing but it is electric field due to charge number 1, electric field due to charge number 2, electric field due to charge number 3, and electric field due to charge number 4. Okay, so when I have number of charges, if I have number of charges, we are having q1, q2, q3 up to qn. So this could be written as E net will be equal to E1, E2 up to En. Okay, so this is the most important point. So how we can write the value of E net? For E1, here we can write 1 by Q1 by R1 square R1 cap. I'm writing the expression for this one. Okay, similarly plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 by R2 square R2 cap plus 1 by epsilon naught Q3 by R3 square R3 cap plus, I'm writing here, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q power 4 by, okay, so this could be the net electric field due to the system of charges. When you have system of charges like this could be the value of electric field at this particular point. Okay, so that depends on the number of charges. Okay, so this is about electric field and due to a system of charges. See that the most important thing is, with respect to Coulomb's law, the force acting between two charges. So with respect to force, we could represent the charges. Why we are talking something about the term electric field. Okay, so in case of electrostatics, in your electrostatics means we have studied about the charges at rest. In case of charges at rest, force plays a vital role. Okay, but this electric field representation is not that much important. Okay, representing in terms of electric field, that's not much important. Okay, because electric field is more significant when we consider charges in accelerated motion. Okay, so it plays a vital role, it has a significant role when the charges are in moving condition. But here we are considering the charges at rest. Okay, so this role is not of that much important. Okay, so when we consider charges in motion, accelerated motion, we say that electric field contribution, because due to this electric field, magnetic field only, we have many phenomena, okay, that we will see in the upcoming chapters. Okay, so this is about electric field. We have seen what is our electric field and what are some of the points which are more important with respect to electric field, and we also discuss some more points about electric field also in the next lectures. Okay, so this is basic introduction which have to be known for the understanding of the remaining lecture parts. Okay, thank you.